Who are you talking about there, Steve?
Ben Simmons,
And who's bagging on him?
his coach and his teammate.
You're obviously referring to former Philadelphia 76ers head coach Doc Rivers and current 76er Joel Embiid, former teammate of Ben Simmons. This is the Banner Report podcast. We're coming to you live on September 4th, 2025. Steve is dying. Jacob is here and sad. I have never been happier because football is about to tip off here or kick off here in 3.5 hours. So it's September 4th, guys. Simmons, instead of joining the Celtics, the guy who just, whenever he sees the smoke, he runs from it. Simmons, he's deciding to retire rather than going to join the Knicks or the Celtics. And you're saying that, he maybe was never given a fair shake.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at his first couple of years, he was unbelievable. Won Rookie of the Year, whether you thought he deserved it or not. He was an All-NBA player, All-Star. And injuries happened, and his team started bagging on him after a playoff loss like it was his fault, which was like the weirdest thing I've ever seen from a team. Like Joel Embiid's supposed to be your star player. He's shitting on his second best player at the time, and the coach is banging on him in a press conference just to get the smoke off his back. It was gross to see.
Agreed. But do you think it's maybe because they just didn't like him? He hasn't been liked anywhere he's been.
I mean, you can not like a guy. There's no reason to put all the blame on him on a playoff loss. Like, that's just...
Of course. It's a team failure.
Yeah, I mean, like, do you think that everybody loved Brady and Foxborough? Like, no, but did they fucking blame him when we lost? Like, do you think that all the teammates loved him? I'm pretty sure there's definitely some, like, linemen and shit like that were tired of hearing him yell at them all the fucking time.
I don't think so, man. I think Brady became an entity unto himself. Like, there's no liking or disliking him.
Yeah, that's a tough kind of comparison. That's like saying you hate, like, well, I bet a lot of Jordan's teammates hated him, but they loved what was happening around. You know what I mean? They're like, you might, but if you see the method works, I feel like you definitely like them more.
Like, and it's when you make a comparison like that, Steve, I think Jordan's a good one because, like, whether you loved or hate him, like, I think Scottie Pippen hates Michael Jordan, like, actively, and no matter what he can say, no matter what he says, he's like, like he's Michael. Like, you got to respect that. Whether I like him or not is not in the discussion. Ben Simmons obviously was not Tom Brady / Michael Jordan. He was Ben Simmons at the time. And, I guess you're talking about those moments in between, like before they become established. Like, yeah, he sort of got sandbagged. But Doc Rivers is a sandbagging motherfucker, and so is Joel Embiid. Like,
I was gonna say, yeah, didn't Joel have like 0 points? I remember Joel had like a historically bad fourth quarter for like an MVP that year too. Like, he could have looked in the mirror and been like, I shouldn't talk shit. I did just as bad.
The game-winning play was the dunk, and he deferred for the pass. Right, if I have that correct.
Something like that, yeah.
He drove the lane, made a spin move, and then dumped off a pass
instead of taking like the
layup or whatever that was there. But like, everybody said, oh, well, it was Trae Young there in the paint, like, waiting for you. You should have shot it. But, like, when you make that spin move, you're not spinning around looking and in the 0.1 seconds deciding, oh, that's Trae Young, I'm going to shoot. You already had it in his mind, I'm going to make this move.
Yeah.
The next defender steps up, and then you drop the ball off. It's the right basketball play.
But, I mean, you could argue it's a bad call, right? I mean, you could argue it was a bad call by him. It's what he does, right? He looks to make those passes. That's why he was so dynamic. Is that he was like a slash. He's certainly not a shooter, so he's a slash and pass guy. But I do think it was the wrong choice. If it's Trae Young and you go up with it. Like, I know it's a split-second decision. I've never been in those shoes. But I do think it was wrong that he got sandbagged for it. It's like the Bill Buckner effect. It's like he misses the easy one. The team loses, and then instead of like looking at the 4 walks that happened before there to load the bases, they look at the easy one that missed, Yeah.
And not Buckner, who like was one of the better players on the team, getting them to the championship. Same with Ben.
JoJo and Doc, they tanked that team. That team was going to be really good for a long time. Yeah. I mean, well, with Embiid's injuries, who knows?
And he keeps his confidence. I think that team is going to be pretty good for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's you got to think like, is it a product? Like, is his career a product of him being in Philly, or is it would this have happened anywhere he went? Like, because it is the nastiest market, probably the nastiest situation, because it was like the process finally coming to fruition, but kind of seemed like obviously they worked well together, but he's still not like perfect with Joel because he's not spreading they have to kind of stay in similar spots on the court. So I think I think Joel like just kind of wanted him off the team because he didn't see him in the future with him, and was just being a dick. But then you think like for the people that say like obviously it's hard to judge Ben Simmons as like experiences afterwards because you'd have a bad look on everything if you experience that and just be like, none of this is worth it. But I would lean more on the Ben Simmons fault if it was going well in Philly after. You know what I mean? Like the issue, like they had a players meeting last year where Joel Embiid everyone hated him, and Tyrese Maxey was like, you're not showing up to meetings when you're injured and stuff like that. Like it's not smooth sailing after they ditched
it. It did go well immediately. Like they went back to the playoffs again. I mean, Joel won an MVP. Like I guess that's by. It's not a championship, but it went well.
Like 3 or 4 years later, though, they won an MVP.
Yeah, same result too. Same result every year.
Yeah,
like,
early exit.
Yeah, literally the same. They did not correct for the issue, and I think that is like Ben Simmons was maybe like not a perfect fit, but I think it was a combination of a soft guy and the worst market that's like for a soft guy, but also you know what I mean. Like I think if he went to like the Magic, he would not have had this career.
But he went to so many other places. I mean, I guess you could say he went to Brooklyn. He went to the Clippers.
To the Clippers. I was going to say.
The injuries also, like the back injury, I think was real.
Yeah.
When you hurt your back never really does get right.
Especially as a big, tall dude.
He's built on rebounding and getting out and running. Like
athleticism, yeah.
That was tough.
It's unfortunately the back's a mystery. So it's one of the easier injuries to be like, you're faking it. Because it just is such a mystery. It's such a confusing type of body part. Like
reports where like he can't walk upstairs and shit like that.
Yeah.
So like,
I'm playing the new 2K because I paid $100 for early access like a fucking idiot. I mean, just every year, 2K just they bilked me for $100 just to play the game a week earlier and just be done with it after the first week. Actually, I don't think so. I think this game's really good. I say that every year. But you can read the ticker as you're playing, and like injuries happen more often. And I see like in this Tatum's healthy, but I'm playing as the Mavs as Cooper Flag, and I see Tatum out 1 to 2 weeks with a back bruise. I'm like, he obviously just needed a week off. He doesn't have a back bruise. Maybe
his back's perfect.
Yeah, his back is fine. As it says, Achilles just fucked him.
I mean, is the Joel Embiid thing like if everywhere you go there's assholes? Maybe you're the asshole.
Maybe you're the asshole.
Is that kind of what we're looking at with Joel Embiid at this point? Like with these reports last year of him not even showing up to players' meetings and showing up late and not being in shape, and the Ben Simmons thing before that, throwing him under the bus and everything like that. Like,
I don't know. I think it's another situation where he might be a dick. I mean, he's supremely talented. Don't get me wrong; he's MVP of the league, former. But I think we can look at this through that lens because of how bad it's gone for him, specifically with the injuries. Like, dude, you're the best player on our team, bar none. And, you're calling us out and holding us accountable, but like you can't stay on the court. So I feel like it's sort of we're getting hindsight on that. I don't know. Maybe the teammates hate him. He does kind of come off as dickish online, always has. But I think that's why a lot of Philly fans liked him at first. But I think it's also another thing when that shtick goes wrong, when things start, like you saw with Belichick, when shtick starts going wrong like that, they're just waiting, and they have drafts of tweets being like, this guy was a motherfucker. He's a piece of shit. I hate him. Like get him out of here. It's easy for people to pile on when you're a dick and you're not winning.
But they've never won in Philly. You've just been a dick the whole time. They're a second round exit every year.
I hear you, but it's like, maybe this is the year, Embiid wins MVP. Obviously, now we're at the end of that. I don't think we're thinking that now. But back in the last 4 years, yeah, I think the Sixers had a decent argument for being one of the best teams in the East, let alone the league. And if you're there, you have a chance. You have a chance. Obviously, we know that they had to run into just a fucking Celtics buzzsaw every time. So they weren't beating that team.
No.
Although they came close, they forced it to 7.
It's true. And that was a very bad Embiid moment, actually. That was one of the Game 7 meltdowns. But
a hard no-show, right?
Hard. I was going to say, like you're saying, though, it's just funny how he got like another guy that might do, like his teammate doing the same thing, almost like Ben Simmons, like bolted top guys kind of falling off in the Game 7. Classic Sixers stuff, I guess.
But I don't think Harden's a dickhead. Like Harden, for as much as people be, I don't know, maybe. You made a face.
I've heard some crazy shit. He's kind of in the mob boss dickhead. I've heard some shit where he like has people beaten up and stuff, and like he's a strip club mob boss type guy.
Oh well, okay, maybe he's a dickhead. I'm talking about to like other NBA, but I think he's like loved by NBA players.
Yeah, no, I think I think everyone respects his bag too much. Everyone's like, oh, he's giving us tricks every year.
Yeah, like listen, I don't want to get too much under his skin. He's liable to give me 45. Still,
and he taught everyone the double step back.
What'd you say, Steve?
So unless it's the playoffs.
Oh yeah, then you're like, all right, no need to
shit to him as you want. He's gonna show up on game 1. He's gonna miss out on game 2. He's gonna show up on game 3. It's gonna be fucking. It's a pattern.
He's just gonna like sag off him, and when it's game 7, just nobody cover him. Just double whoever has the ball, leave him open. Yeah, man, I do feel bad if he is gonna retire because it's just so much. And listen, he's a Sixer. That's how I look at him. I don't like the Sixers. I didn't like him when he was on the Sixers. It's such a loss of talent if he doesn't ever get it. Like, I'm still rooting for him as a basketball fan just because I want to see him be good again. And I'm kind of rooting for it. Like, I know as a person who has mental health stuff going on, everybody does. I know that, the weight of that's not being in the NBA by any stretch, but it can get taxing. And, obviously his physical injury history is bad, but his mental health struggles are bad too and well documented. So sort of just rooting for him on that. Never want to see a career, especially a number 1 overall pick career, ruined by injury. Greg Oden.
Mental health,
very unique too.
Health, it just turns into a tornado basically of one affecting the other, and it's really hard to get out of that.
Especially when the injuries start piling up, that just your body's failing you. That has to suck so bad.
Especially when you're an elite athlete that made it to the NBA level.
It's your job.
Your sport, the top of the league, and now all of a sudden your body's not doing what it needs to do.
You worked your whole life. Yeah, you literally rose to the cream of the crop in a sport where there's at most like 100 guys in it. Like, you made it there, and you were one of the best 100 guys there. And then all of a sudden, 450. Yeah, what's 15 times 30?
450.
Yeah, I can't. I was, I don't know.
Well, he was definitely in the top 100 players.
Definitely.
The top 50 player in the world.
All right, there's only 100 players that matter.
Okay.
Vlatko Cansar does not matter to me. But yeah, that sucks. I'd like to see him in the Celtics uniform.
He's a unique, like any time of it. Just I'm someone who loves obviously unique player builds. So it's just like you're saying, it's just kind of tragic to see it not like really pan out. He had crazy start to his career. Like I'm looking right now, two all defensive teams, 3 All-Stars, steal champ, 1 All-NBA. So it's like it's funny too. It's like, honestly, like there are probably some Hall of Famers with that same exact award catalog.
Yeah. And he's going to be looked at like a failure.
Yeah.
That sucks.
3 All-Stars, 1 All-NBA.
There's guys from like the 60s Celtics that have like fucking 6 rings or something like that have the same fucking accolades, but they have 6 rings, so they're in the hall because they played with fucking like Russell.
I don't like to be that guy because he's such a fun player, but he basically has the same, other than total stats, award basis, he might have a more decorated reference than Vince Carter.
Ooh.
Dude, what Vince got more all in NBAs?
He has 2. So he has 1 less than none of the defense.
Yeah, but he's got to have the counting stats that just blow.
That's what I mean. Yeah, the total points, but the awards.
Vince Carter's top 5 all time in 3-pointers made.
Yeah, that's the thing. He obviously
did play till he was like 38.
That's what's crazy. That kind of shows like Ben did this in such a small sample size. Like the hell, he racked up like pretty career-ending type reference page numbers, having like steals champ, all these. Yeah,
he's like if Vince Carter never learned how to shoot.
Yeah,
set the league on fire for 5 years, and then like injuries piled up, and maybe I hope because we don't know what's happened. I hope he can find a place as a bench player. You know,
he was
if
like
not
big Rondo. That's why I liked him so much. He was like a really big version of Rondo.
Although it's a bit disrespectful to Rondo's shot.
Yeah, Rondo ended up with a jump shot by the end of his career, but it was the same kind of idea of like he gets the rebound, gets out and runs, gets everybody involved.
Absolute clamps.
Him, that's why 3 of my favorite players to watch are Rondo, Lonzo, and Ben Simmons. Like, those are like 3 of my favorite players to watch.
Something we respect heavily on this podcast is being able to guard 1 through 5 like Tatum.
Oh yeah,
and I love that shit.
For sure.
A team that's built on defense, I'm always just like the Magic. I know we play them pretty hard. Like if the Celtics can't be good this year, I'm rooting hard for the Magic just because one, I think they have a likable squad besides fucking the shitbag Wagner brother that was on our team.
Mo.
Yeah.
Big
Paulo seems like an imp, but they're defense oriented. Yeah, and he's like a good player. He's no trash bag. He can score too. But he is just like, if he's a motherfucking your team, you're like, fuck that guy. Right in his stupid fucking It the Clown face.
Who was the guy that fucking was knocking Tatum out of the air fucking after that series? Was that fucking Cole Anthony?
Yeah.
Maybe. Right? Cole Anthony also destroyed the Pistons guy there, Ivy's leg, diving for a ball. But that's like Marcus Smart shit,
That's like you're diving for a loose ball shit like that happens. I'm not worried about that. But maybe it was KCP that pulled down Tatum. When they got him across the arms and grabbed the shit out of him to pull him down.
Oh yeah, and he fell hard as fuck, right?
He fucked up.
Yeah, we almost all died.
I think he missed the game for that, didn't he? Didn't he? Was it the Magic series that he sat a game?
I think so.
I don't remember. It was so long. It seems like it was just yesterday, but it's like.
Because I know it was the first time he's ever missed a playoff game.
Tatum never missed it besides that one time?
That was the only time he's ever missed a playoff game.
Guy just hoops, man.
Well, and then he ended up missing 2 more at the end of the...
well, that doesn't count.
Lace him up, Tatum.
Yeah, man. Sucks to see Ben's... I think he does provide... I think he's still a valuable asset to somebody. I don't know why he's in his 20s. Let's look up his stats from last year.
At this point.
Ben Simmons stats.
He's got to stay in the league for 10 years, I think, to get the lifetime health insurance and all that. Was it 10 or 12 years?
I don't know. You know more about this than I do.
I think it's 10 years of service time you have to get your lifetime health out of the Players Association and the Players Union.
Okay, so not great stats. He did play 51 games last year. 5 points, 5 boards, 6 assists.
That's pretty decent, though.
It's still pretty good defense.
Coming off of your bench, if you got that guy coming off your bench, 5 with 6 assists too.
How many minutes per game?
Probably like fucking 16, 17 minutes a game, I would assume.
I don't want the 36. I don't want the per 36. Jesus, man. Per game, he's getting 16 minutes a game.
16 minutes a game, you're getting 5, 5, and 6. Give that guy fucking 30, he's getting you 10, 10, and 12.
His per 36 is probably nasty. Now that I scrolled by. He's a walking triple-double. Russell Westbrook's still getting roster spots.
Where is he? He might be playing in China.
China.
That's what the bet odds still have. I forget the exact team, but yeah, he's projected to play overseas right now.
That sucks.
I don't think a guy like Russ will ever play overseas. I think he's too proud to go overseas.
Why wouldn't he go to Houston on a vet minimum? He fits so well there.
You think he wants to play with KD again? They've patched up their differences.
I thought they patched it up a long time ago.
Elite player in the league, and Russell Westbrook is trying to sign vet minimums.
Well, listen, it didn't pan out
to that point.
As opposed to go playing for the fucking Guangdong Tigers or some shit, dude.
Or he could just fucking retire. He's a Hall of Famer.
But he still can contribute. I don't.
I don't know.
It's too much pride, maybe.
If he's searching for a team right now, then NBA teams don't think he can contribute.
You guys do realize that's foolish, though, right?
I think that he can contribute, but apparently the NBA teams don't.
Well, not that he can or can't contribute. He could obviously he could be on the Utah Jazz and score 15 points a game. Are you kidding?
I mean, there's not a lot. There's not a lot of people that couldn't.
It's just like where can his skill set contribute to like a team where he can contend?
I don't think that the Rockets need him. I think that's part of it too. They have a lot of guards and wings. They don't need another one that can't shoot.
Reed Shepard's running your second unit, a second-year player.
I mean, at least Reed Shepard will spread the floor, and also you have Kevin Durant out there with Reed Shepard.
He's also a complete defensive liability, which Russell Westbrook is good.
He's not a great defender anymore. He's too old.
I think if anything, Russell Westbrook can defend well.
I mean,
he's going to give you effort.
I'll put him above Reed Shepard, but at the same time, like, I don't know.
What about like the Knicks? He can't play defensive backup to Brunson and just go hawk shots like Josh Hart. That's basically what Hart does. Now Hart can shoot, but
can Hart shoot this year?
I mean, he can shoot. I don't think it's the best move in the playbook.
Well, neither is fucking Russell Westbrook taking shots either.
No, but I'm not paying those guys to shoot. You got plenty of shooters on the team. I'm paying them to go do the dirty shit.
Also, you got to find a team that is like has the salary cap room too. That's another thing. I don't know how much salary cap room the.
I thought you could just. I thought no matter what, you can sign minimum deals.
I'm not sure. I think if you're over the second apron, you can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember. But
Jacob, thoughts? Russell Westbrook?
I was just kind of looking at roster. I was like, maybe like the Timberwolves. Like, who do they have at backup?
That'd be a great
guard?
spot.
Yeah, Conley right now is a backup point guard.
No, he's a starter.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think it's like Rob Dillingham and like.
Well, no, then definitely get him over there because I love Mike Conley. Consummate professional. He's about 106 years old.
What's good to back up your 37-year-old point guard, a 35-year-old one?
Maybe the Pacers to buoy the Halliburton.
Oh yeah, they don't have another point guard.
I don't want to take the ball out of Nembhard's hands. Though. This is a year that they can use that to like.
It doesn't matter. You're still
reps.
You're still going to need somebody to be on the second unit off the bench. Like you're going to start probably McConaughey and Nembhard at the 2. Nembhard's a 2. You can't handle the ball, but you run those guys your 1 and 2.
No, I think you run Nembhard at your 1. I think you run Nesmith at your 2. And then you go...
maybe.
Then you go...
Nembhard is so dangerous, though. I guess I do want the ball in his hands a lot more.
Yeah, and you want to see what he can do, too, because like you look at that playoff run, he was just ice cold.
See what I think he's like... I think he's solidified himself as like... I mean, not really this guy, like a Derek White light.
Yeah,
can't defend like that. But
he just like fast forwarded to it, so it feels weirder. But he's
a little bit quicker to get to that point than Derek was. Derek took a couple of years.
His brother's on the Mavs, drafted this year.
Nice.
Oh. Yeah, no, Andrew's awesome. He's not only clamps, he's like steal highlights where he just rips the ball, but then he like crossed up Shea on like the biggest stage and hit that step back 3 in his face when they won that game. Like, yeah, like literally both sides just elite.
Even when we played them 2 years ago, I was like, Nembhard is like a legit problem.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
He's a pest.
Like, yeah, I could see him like, yeah, he's liable to give you 20 on any given night, and he's going to get in your grill.
They got Mathurin too.
He's not a point guard.
Yeah, but I mean, he can play you 2. You put Nembhard at your 1, Mathurin at your 2.
Are you willing to bet on the health stuff with him? I mean, I guess he was pretty healthy last year, but the year before
was healthy. Then you got Nesmith at the 3, and then you got Obi Toppin at your 4.
Not a great team, if we're being completely honest.
And then they don't have Miles Turner anymore. I don't know who they put at the 5.
They have Huff, yeah. Jay Huff.
Right.
And no, they have Isaiah Jackson too.
Yeah, so I don't think that Russell Westbrook's saving that team. I don't think Russell Westbrook at this time in his career wants to go to a team where he's not going to compete.
Well, listen, if you're on that team in the East and like you're liable for a playoff spot.
Playoff spot and competing are different things, though.
I mean, listen, maybe you bank
in the West, you're in the playoffs, but you're just going to go get smoked by the Thunder. Or
is any team in the East really out of it? And I know this is a facetious, like obviously people are going to be like Celtics, Tatum, he's out. Are you really willing to bet on the Knicks being like that lucky, like they were last year, that good again, like Cat making it through a healthy season, all that stuff? Are you under a new coach, by the way? The Cavs, are you willing to bet that they don't shit down their leg again this year? Like, I'm betting on both of them to be in the conference finals.
Like,
listen, that's smart. That's smart. A smart bet. They were the two best teams.
But you asked me what would I bet on? I told you I would bet on those guys making the Eastern Conference Finals. Which
I know, but can't you
wrap? The other teams have a shot.
Can't you wrap your mind around it being another team in the East being like, listen, one injury for either of these teams, we have a decent shot at being in the conference finals. And if we're there, maybe we get lucky with another injury. You know, the East is so open. You can make an honest case for 1 through 10 to be like, we should really try this year.
I don't think so. I think that you can make an argument for 1 through 4. But outside of that, like, I mean, shit, even if Brunson goes down and you're playing against the Knicks, like, you still might not be able to beat them.
Yeah, but you might be able to. Like, they're going to struggle bad without their offense.
I'm all about getting to the dance, but I can't, in good faith, argue that, like,
this is the same argument we had the other week.
I can't, in good faith, argue that the Detroit Pistons are going to dethrone the Knicks or the Cavs.
Oh,
I think they're going to.
I think the Pistons should absolutely push the chips in this year. What are you, nuts?
I don't think they should push them in this year. I think they should try and get a good free agent next year.
They can get one at the deadline, probably. Not a free agent, but a trade.
Trade, yeah. But I mean, I don't think
they need a really good wing. I need them to get a good wing.
Cade's that guy, but like
they need a wing scorer.
Don't have scoring.
No, but you have some archetypal players that are solid for the play. Like Jalen Duren, I think is a beast. Ivy can shoot the shit out of the ball, and then you got you surround them with shooters.
Yeah,
you got Robinson out there. You're good to go.
But like, you need somebody better than Tobias Harris. No offense to him, I know he had a good year, but like somebody at that wings. Like I mean, if Tatum was on that team, good fucking Christ.
Look, if you want to drop healthy Tatum on like every other team in the league, you're like, all right, cool, they've got a shot at
immediate contender favorites.
Yeah.
What one team was kind of just thinking in my head like that is a sneaky Eastern Conference Finals returnee is the Hawks. I honestly, their roster is very solid this year compared to last year.
Absolutely, but that's another thing, and they have huge question marks. Kristaps, KP, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna make it through the year?
But like you're saying, like if there's one injury to one of these teams, that is them or the Magic or the Pistons are the ones that are kind of lurking that are going to be like I think 3 through 6.
I think the Magic are a dark horse to win the whole East. I don't think that's a crazy statement, huh?
I still think the Cavs could lose a starter and they'd still basically dog walk everybody.
They do have 4 All-Stars.
Well, you're saying that, but they've never done it either. They're paper tiger. They're paper tigers.
Who'd they run into last year that beat them?
Pacers, right?
Yeah, the Pacers. Yeah, Pacers.
Was that right?
Or was it the Knicks?
No, it was the Knicks. No. Oh, fuck me.
Was that the year that was the Celtics and we won the championship? So like, I can't.
Yeah, but it was no low fucking contender, dude. It was 4-1. No, it was 4-1.
Yeah, and it wasn't. They have injuries that year too.
I think Garland. Yeah.
Well, it's our second best scorer on the team, though. So
he can't fucking stay healthy.
I was going to say, but the thing is, he's second best scorer, but he's also someone I was kind of bummed to go out because I like to circle him and be like attack.
Yeah, the Cavs lost 4-1 to the Pacers. They get fucking destroyed in the playoffs. I don't know. I think it's not fundamental flaw. Twice
of Donnie.
The one time they lost was to us. That was the team that won the championship. And they lost the Pacers, who I think would have won the championship if Tyrese didn't blow out his Achilles.
Wow, really?
I mean, he was already 3 of 4 from 3 to start that game. And we all know on games when Tyrese is feeling it and aggressive, like that team doesn't lose. And that team hung with OKC the entire game until the end without him.
Another thing is, going back to what you said earlier, Steve, is like if you go everywhere and there somebody is the asshole, maybe if you're running into the team of destiny every year, you're just not good. Yeah, you a regular season hero.
I do think that they're a little bit of a paper tiger, but this year, like a paper tiger could still come out of the East because I don't really believe in the East.
Well, yeah, this would be the year to do it. This is a huge year. Probably the most pressure on any team is, I would say, Oklahoma City Thunder to repeat because they're such heavy favorites.
No, I don't think that you can put that. I don't think that you can have the most pressure on you when you're going for a repeat.
Are you serious?
Denver have much more pressure because you don't know how much longer you're going to have Nikola Jokic around.
Well, listen, they have. I think that's the most. But the Cavs definitely have the most pressure, I would say, to not be a fucking shithead.
Through 2 coaches now at this time, and they still haven't made it out of the second round. The Knicks just paid everybody, and they have a new coach. And if they can't make it out of the second round, then I think that's on their head too.
Steve, take an honest accounting. Besides the Nuggets, who they beat last year, and I know it's a different team, who's beating the fucking Thunder this year in the 7-game series?
The Nuggets. I think the Rockets.
I said besides them.
Yeah, probably
they can, but who would you bet your money on?
We're not going to have the same discussion about the West as we just had about the East, where one injury can change everything because Chet doesn't stay healthy.
One injury to them, and they're fine. I think they're 1 through fucking 11. They have 11 productive players on their roster at all times.
I think if you lose Jalen Williams or Chet, then I don't think that you can.
They did lose Chet for half the year.
Yeah, but he played the whole playoffs, though.
Okay, I wouldn't say he was integral to winning the championship. I mean, but then again, that's just, that's a failing argument on my end. But I don't think his 12 to 15 points a game were swaying the tides. It was more like a Caruso. It was the effort players like Caruso who was just getting dirty and stealing the ball and getting out on a fast break.
Yeah, like I said, I think that Denver. I think Houston. I think that. I'm so shit with the fucking conferences and who's in what.
That's it, Steve. That's it. There's no other team giving them 7 games.
I mean, look, I think the Nuggets fucking smoke them this year, to be honest. I think the Nuggets beat them in 5 this year.
Wow.
Nuggets took them to 7 last year with Aaron Gordon on a bad hamstring and Nikola Jokic playing
and a full Murray year too.
Yeah, and you don't have now instead of Michael Porter Jr. you have Bruce Brown and
Cam Thomas.
Cam Johnson.
Cam Thomas. Oh, we'll get to Cam Thomas.
Cam Thomas on the Nuggets would be so funny.
Actually, I think it'd be a pretty good addition.
I think that you would have to sub him out for Jokic because it'd be like.
Listen, they might add him. He's only getting paid $6 million a year. That's an affordable contract.
And he has a no trade clause, so he gets to choose where he goes if they want to trade him.
Yeah, and I can imagine he's like, I want to stay here in Brooklyn. Me and Nick Claxton, dude.
We got this, dude.
MPJ on his team. Yeah, you just want to stick around. MPJ seems like a fun hang.
And he's a real backup too, which is huge. Because before it would be like the worst center minutes ever, basically, when he gets subbed out. That's huge. JV's tearing up the Euro basketball too. Are you seeing that?
Ooh, you've got Valanciunas?
Yeah, 19 points by half, and he'd hit like 5 threes in a row.
It's weird. He can shoot. He should do that more. I know he's like a beast in the paint, right? He's like probably nobody besides Zubac who's stronger than him in the post, or Steven Adams. But damn, man, he can lace it up too from distance.
I think it's all about like opportunities. Like he's not getting 5 threes a game in the NBA. They're not giving you 5 possessions to shoot threes. But when you play for Lithuania and you're the best player, like, yeah, swing the rock over here. I'm gonna do what I want to do with it.
I think it'll be interesting to see when they get minutes together, him and Jokic, how they play.
I was just thinking that, dude. It's freaking huge bodies. That'd be so funny and like probably work fine, honestly, because they both can stretch. Like,
yeah, exactly.
They can.
Dude, you're gonna move Aaron Gordon to the 3 in that lineup.
It's a very good team.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
We always talk about size beating everybody, and nobody's got more size than Denver coming up next year.
So you don't think? Well, the Rockets might have them beat. Just in the sheer amount of centers they have, and all their guards are huge. Besides Fred VanVleet and Reed Shepherd, for that matter. That's why they need to add Russell.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess they are running Tari Eason at the power forward spot.
He's already played in Houston once. I don't know if he wants to go back again.
Yeah. But even then, I think that adds more credence to my argument that there's more pressure on them to repeat because now they got legit contenders in their own conference.
Well, I don't think that, like, after you've just won, I don't think that you can have the most pressure out of anybody in the league. Like, I think like you said, the Cavs, like, you're 2 coaches deep with this roster, basically the same, and you still haven't made it out of the second round.
I don't know, man. I feel like the Celtics year was such a complete disaster because there was that pressure to be like the best team in the East, and they were going to lose that series with Tatum being healthy. It was such a complete letdown.
What do you mean when the Celtics beat the Cavs?
No. When this year the Celtics team, when we were losing to the Knicks, we won the championship so handedly, and it's like, all right, we're obviously going to go back, and
but also like it's been 8 straight years of different finals winners. Like this league is not built.
Yeah, the numbers are not there for that.
Like it's not the 80s anymore, where like you're gonna run off 3 straight. Like
just on a side note,
we put a lot of pressure on them, but I don't think that out of the entire league, I don't think that we had the most pressure on us after winning the title last year.
And I guess the credence to your argument is that like for this Thunder team, nobody's really going anywhere. Like they're going to be there again for the next like 5 years. So if not this year, if they can't repeat. But that's why I think Cavaliers have the most compelling storyline, is in terms of like getting the proverbial monkey off the back. Get out of the fucking first or second round, dude, please.
I mean, is there anybody other than Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell whose seat isn't hot on that team? Like you get bounced in the first round next year, like is there anybody whose seat's not hot?
Probably Max Strus. I mean, unless he's going to get traded to another Eastern Conference contender that's going to just bother me in the Celtics.
I think that they might just blow everything up if they don't at least make the Eastern Conference Finals and put on a show.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I mean, like everybody other than Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley's on the trading table.
All right, that's fair.
Because it's just not worth. If you have a poor showing in the playoffs for the 3rd straight year with this roster, like then it's your second.
It's a structural issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Steve, to your point, I honestly think it would be just Mobley safe. I think at that point you got to look at Donovan Mitchell as leading your team. Like,
really,
you get a lot for Donovan Mitchell too. I bet,
dude. I mean, like, if you think about like what it takes to like win in the finals and like do it all, Donovan Mitchell is not really the player build that usually does it. Like, and you've seen issues as it got like, I don't know. He seems to have defensive issues when it matters, and I don't know. He like pops up when it necessarily doesn't matter, but then kind of goes quiet when it, you know what I mean? He just hasn't had a good resume when it comes to like getting past the second round in his whole career.
I'll say I don't think he can be your number one on a winning team.
Exactly.
Just because he's such a defensive liability.
I think you're right. I think that he can't be your number one, but I think that he's like right on the verge of being that guy.
For sure.
Like 1B. Yeah.
He's like the first one off the list of those players. And
I have a habit of saying these type of guys. Sorry to cut you off, Steve. I keep doing that. But like the Devin Booker types, I just don't think Devin Booker can be number one on a championship team. You guys disagreed. I just don't. I think for this NBA, you need either a dominant big who can do everything or a Jason Tatum type who can do everything. You can't be a defensive liability and be a number one. I don't think anymore.
I mean, you could see Devin Booker winning with. He just needs to be like a 1B or a 2. Like you could see it. Like I agree. Like you could see Devin. I don't think I ever said Devin Booker could be a number one player that could win a championship. But
I didn't think so either.
But you could see Booker winning with Jokic.
Of course, yeah, but Jokic is number one.
Yeah, exactly. But Booker would be like a 1B.
Winning a championship with Jokic, like that's how good he is.
He just needs to be like a 1B to like a top 5 guy, basically.
Yeah, like look, if you didn't
work with Durant.
Beal, if you didn't sign Bradley Beal to that deal, and you could have put a better like wing around Durant
or how about any other teammates?
Or like anybody, like then you would have. I think team would have worked.
Yeah, that was really poor decision making by HBO.
You ended up with Nurkic at one point being your starting center, and
who's now in Charlotte, I think.
Yeah.
Or no, maybe Utah.
I'm trying to think too. It doesn't matter because he's not. It doesn't seem like it matters where he is at this point. Like because no one wants him. He's just kind of seems like laundering at this rate.
he stopped being like a real relevant player after unfortunately he broke his leg.
Yeah. He was decent on the Trailblazers. Like I remember a 5x5 game where he had 5 steals, 5 blocks, and 5 everything else. Like he was a decent player.
The Trailblazers, the CJ McCollum, Lillard Trailblazers, I thought were going to be a team that like could probably hoist up a championship. They were going to be like legit for the next few years, and then
did they still have Aldridge at that point too?
Or maybe not. He might have been on the Spurs at that time.
Yeah, fucking talk about all-time mid-range scorer. Fucking LaMarcus Aldridge will fucking turns over the left shoulder fadeaway, and you're not stopping it.
Hall of Famer, dude. He's gonna be.
Also, Cody, talk about like I was saying, like defensive liabilities and shit too. It's funny that you're right. We all thought that, but it's like, what has changed in the last like 6 years? Where it's like I could never see a team led by Dame or CJ doing much now, because it's like the height and the like. Has 3-point shooting gotten that insane? Is that guard defense gets so exposed now? Like what? Because you're right. Like they were a great team, but I don't think like a 6'1" shooting guard with Dame Lillard could really be like a top 2 seed in this current day.
I mean, and you saw it a little bit with Trae Young and the Hawks there for a bit. I mean, I think you're liable to win a lot of games during the regular season just because you're just going to shoot the daylights out of the ball. But when it comes to nut cracking time and the game slows down and it's a lot more half court focused, those guys get exposed. Yeah, all of them, every single one. And it's not. Listen, there's a reason why like basketball is played by tall men. It's because the taller the better. Like you're closer to the rim, the longer the arms, the more you're able to block a shot, get in somebody's vision. It's just those guys are at a premium, and that's why Giannis, a guy who can't shoot, like straight up, is maybe the most dominant power forward of all time. Yeah. But Kareem, it's like these bigs, like they're. Who's the shortest, greatest player of all time? It's Jordan.
I mean, if the pound for pound is always Iverson, but
never won a championship.
No, I know, but yeah,
only ever won once.
I mean, no, well, actually, it's probably Steph.
Oh yeah, right. But he's
like 6'3".
Yeah, and his defensive chops have always kind of been underrated. I think.
Yeah,
he's very hard to shake off. And not to mention he had Clay backing him up on the 2 guard spot, who's another great defender, 3-and-D guy still. And then obviously Draymond is one of the best defensive players maybe of all time.
Yeah. I know. I saw a list that was shocking. It was like top like defenders of all time. And Draymond was pretty high up. And I was like, it hurts me that you can't really like freaking have a good arguments against it like at all.
Against really what?
Against him just being like they had him in like top 5 all time defenders, and I was like, damn, like if you remove all bias, like what really is the argument against him being in it?
No, there's none. I've been a Draymond, maybe because I stylized a lot of my game after that. It's a lot of hustle and finding the better players to score the ball. But I don't think there's been anybody really better than him at it ever. And he's got a depoy 2, right?
I think he's 2.
Yeah, 2 depoy. Somebody had to be the big man defender. I mean, unless you're really dependent on Kevon Looney, who's Bogut. Not bad, or Bogut. Yeah, like it's just somebody had to be at the rim and defend, and his arms are huge, like long arms. So I think that really benefits him for being a shorter rim protector. And he's a former football player, so you ain't gonna run him over.
No, that tape is funny though. Whenever I see that, I'm like, his feet did not belong in football. Like the way he like ran, I was like, holy crap, he's running. I don't even realize it as much. Maybe it's because of like white cleats, but he's so duck footed out there.
I think he'd be a fucking sick left tackle.
No, he would. I think they just have to train him up, but
he was a defensive end, I think, which you have to.
Oh, you're right.
He's a tight end, and he had the worst fucking hands I've ever seen in my life. They threw him the fucking ball, hit him in the face.
Yeah, he's more better at throwing the passes than receiving them.
He also runs like straight up, which you can't do in football.
No,
like,
yeah.
He like ran to go block somebody. He was standing straight up, and the guy just like got underneath him and just like tossed him to the side. Like
his coaches fucking screwed him. A 6'7" dude who's like 250 of muscle. You could beef him up. His arms are long. Like you can tie his shoes standing up. Like that's a perfect left tackle. Just you can be straight up. You just got to get back and keep the defenders at a distance.
No, they were looking at him like he was going to be the next Gronk.
Terrible idea about the coach. That's Michigan State football for you.
I was gonna say shout out Tom Izzo, but that's Michigan State basketball.
Yeah. I mean, also, Tom never got. Did he play basketball for Michigan State?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did play under Izzo.
I don't know if Izzo was there yet.
Yeah, I think Izzo's been there for like 20 years.
I thought he only got there like 10 years ago.
Didn't he goddamn win? Didn't he win like March Madness too?
Yeah, he won a title.
Pretty insane.
Not with Draymond, I don't think. Tom Izzo. He became the head coach in 1995, Steve, 30 years ago.
Maybe I'm getting something fucked up then. What else is there?
Yeah, he won the division. He won the tournament in 2000. Yeah, I just think that when in doubt, go with the taller player. That's always been my rule for picking basketball players. Like, just go with the guy who can do it all, and if they can, everybody can do it all. If you go with the guy who's tall. Speaking of guys who can't do it all, Cam Thomas got re-upped.
It's funny. We're 45 minutes into this podcast, and the biggest story that's going on in the NBA right now.
We'll get there.
Cam Thomas next. Is that where we're going?
Let's just do a quick $6 million. He doesn't. There's no way he finishes with the Nets, right?
They got everything. Yeah. But now, because it's he opted in, or he signed the qualifying offer, that means that he has a no trade clause. So basically, he still has the Nets by the balls. Basically,
good. He should. That team is incredibly poorly run.
Now, Kuminga is talking about possibly signing his $8 million opt-in, which the Warriors might just absolutely fuck him and then just be like, hey, guess what? You're playing 5 minutes a game every night. Like, we don't give a fuck.
And seems like they'll do, too.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. The Warriors are also not a very well-run organization.
You can't say that. I know you just did, but you're wrong when you say it.
I can say it again.
They're the most dominant team in the past 20 years, my man.
When you drafted a top 15 player of all time, and then a top 10 player of all time came in free agency. Like, other than that, like, what's their big trade that they've made to get better? Like,
they won 2 championships without Kevin Durant. That's your biggest thing.
Well, also, yeah, they also drafted Draymond and Steph.
And Clay.
Yeah, well, what have they done since then?
They won a championship in 2022 against the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, but since then they haven't done anything.
This is like saying the Patriots are a poorly run organization because they haven't won a lot recently.
I mean, we could definitely make the argument that the Patriots have been a poorly run organization since Brady left. We could definitely make that argument.
I mean,
because Hunter Henry's the longest tenured player on the Patriots right now, I'm pretty sure.
No, that can't be true. Mike Onwenu.
Oh, he's very good.
Guy, don't come at me with the fucking Patriots facts.
Yeah. No, he was the longest tenured free agent. I'm sorry. That's what I saw. They signed him in 2021.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Starting tight end, by the way. Yeah, Cam Thomas. Anything on that before we move to the big story?
I'm kind of just annoyed we had to talk about him this much just for this to end up being the result. We had so many schemes and ideas, and it just ended up being like, I'm just going to prove it this year.
I just don't see if the Nets have any brain cells. Like you sign him for $6 million. Now is the time. Let him play or don't let him play, whatever you want to do, and just move him mid-season and get like a first-round pick back.
That's what they're probably going to do. They're probably going to try and trade him at the deadline.
I know he has an NTC, but like, you know, a contender will give up a first-round pick for Cam Thomas, I imagine, if there's like a scoring need.
If Cam Thomas wants to go there, though. Like, yeah. I don't think that he's going to, like, if the fucking Warriors call, I don't think he's going to the Warriors.
I actually would love him on the Warriors.
I don't think he wants to go be a backup somewhere. I think he wants to go somewhere where he can play and get paid.
It's kind of rare for his archetype. A lot of contenders have that spot filled.
I mean, best case scenario, he's like Lou Williams, right? Like, can't defend worth a fuck.
Lou Williams too. Lou Williams making the Hall of Fame?
What, 2-time Sixth Man of the Year?
It's only 2 times. I could have sworn it was probably more than that. But you split him with Jamal Crawford though, so.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
God, the NBA has a low bar.
He's got to be.
That's also the thing.
1,000-point scorer too.
I know. I love Lou Will, but it's just if you look at any other sport, it's not like this, man.
He's a 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. His career, he played 1,100 games. His career averages are 14, 2 boards, and 3 assists. Yeah, he's probably making the Hall.
Well, I mean, how many points is his total? Like, so I put him at like 15, something like that, almost.
14 points a game for 1,123 games. That puts him at
15,000 points just above. So
I mean, I'm sure there's complete numbers.
Does he have any college accolades? I know he wasn't playing on the gold medal teams for the U.S.
Did he go to college?
It's the Basketball Hall of Fame, so it's like everything.
I don't think he went to college.
Yeah, he might have been the high school period.
Yeah, he played for 17 years. So, yeah, I don't see any college here. Yeah, I don't. 2005, that was definitely you had to play a year, I think, though, right? Or was that the last year? That was like the Dwight Howard year?
That might have been like the last year.
6 man like Lou Will.
Yeah, the 2005 draft wasn't that Greg Oden and Kevin Durant in the draft?
No, 2005 was Andrew Bogut. Marvin Williams, Darren Williams, Chris Paul. Chris Paul in 4th. Wow.
It's funny. We almost have two. There's like almost like 2 Hall of Fames. It's like top 75 and then the Hall of Fame. Like top 75 is like what the Hall of Fame of any other sport would be, which is like you have to have had been an MVP basically. Like in MLB, you literally like people with MVPs don't even get in. Like it's pretty insane, honestly. That I love all these players that get in, but it's like it kind of muddies it if you're like you get in just by being a great bench player your whole career. I love Lou Will, but if you look at any other sport, ours is pretty silly.
Tommy Heinsohn's in the Hall of Fame 3 times, so
yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
For what, college, coaching, and playing?
No,
isn't Lenny too?
Coaching and broadcasting.
Oh, yeah, Lou went to UG, by the way.
Didn't Lenny do like 2 coaching?
That's why they call it the Basketball Hall of Fame, not the NBA Hall of Fame, because your college accolades count, and a lot of these guys fucking dominate.
Russell should be in the Hall of Fame.
He should just be there in general. I think his counting stats are going to be nutty.
Back-to-back college champion, got an NBA championship.
Now he's an NBA champion, yeah.
A couple All-NBAs, I'm sure. Probably about 5 or 6 All-Stars.
You can.
College is special. Back-to-back's is really rare.
Basketball has a Hall of Fame percentage, like chance. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, he was at like 60% or something like that.
How would you guys vamp while I look this up?
Vamp.
That tracker is always so funny though, because they go based on like age, regardless. A lot of times, regardless of what you've already done, they'll have people like Tatum or Luka like lower than someone that's like not even in their stratosphere.
Yeah, something weird. They're like Rondo at like a fucking 30% or something like that. Like, he's a lock Hall of Famer, I think.
I don't know. Is he?
2-time title winner.
Steal champ.
All NBA.
We've also had this discussion before too.
Like guys would less have made it in. So
I'm trying to find it, man. Holy shit! Why is
you see DeMarcus Cousins was shitting on Chris Paul again?
Yeah, I did.
What'd he say?
He said Chris Paul's name keeps getting brought up in top 5 all-time point guards, and I don't know why.
Come on, that's just sour grapes, dude.
I can name 3 point guards off the top of my head that are better than him. I don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, but he's like, I think he's definitely top 5.
Probably fringe, at least.
Well, I mean, let's go through it. I mean, you got John Stockton's above him.
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson's above him. You got Steph Curry's above him.
Gets dicey after.
Allen Iverson, maybe? Like,
It gets dicey after 3, honestly.
Steve Nash got 2 MVPs.
Yeah, but we already discussed that was like, fraud.
Was that a white privilege MVP you got?
For sure.
Canadian privilege MVP you got?
Yeah,
absolutely.
After you go up to that big 3, there's an argument for Chris Paul though, like over Zeke or like I could see you putting them over Chris Paul, but he's like around there.
Isaiah Thomas, that's a great call by you. I mean, like he was a playoff riser, he won a title.
I think Isaiah Thomas is probably your 4, and I think he's probably 5.
It's either Nash or him.
We're forgetting about somebody. There's got to be somebody else that we're forgetting about.
Like Oscar Robinson, if you go like ancient times.
No.
Russell Westbrook.
No. No.
I might put Russell Westbrook above him. I mean, Russell Westbrook got an MVP. He put up crazy numbers. They have the same playoff success.
Al Horford has a 24% chance of making it to the Hall of Fame. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jason Tatum is higher.
I have a feeling like like LeBron was like I feel like if we look back at Chris Paul's career, there's probably some years that are MVP worthy, but he had people like LeBron and fucking like Kevin Durant, and then I feel like if you looked at his career, there's probably some years where he had like insane steal leader, 20-something, 10-something that could be an MVP in a slow year.
He's easily the best of the guys of like the traditional, like your grandfather's point guards, you know, before we started doing these like unconventional big point guards. He's definitely the best of like that of like the guy who can do everything. He can play defense. He's undersized. He's smaller. Unbelievable playmaker, and can shoot from anywhere on the floor. Like he's the last of that in that sense. You know, like Luka Doncic can do all that stuff, right? Like, but he's 6'8". You know,
I was gonna say like Hallie's the new version. Who's 6'5".
Yeah, I mean, we'll see it. He's got to do it for a lot longer because that's what Chris Paul was doing.
That's one thing about Halliburton, though, is you always see those crazy stats. It's like, okay, it'll be like only guys with this in 0 turnovers, like, and it's always him and Chris Paul. Like Halliburton is on the trajectory. Like people with 15 assists, 0 turnover games, I think it's like him and Chris Paul.
They also, I know Chris Paul has had injuries, but he never got this one that Hallie's going to have to play through. So we'll see.
What about Tony Parker or Chris Paul?
Chris Paul. Yeah.
I don't know.
This is not even an argument.
You don't think Chris Paul is winning championships with that Spurs team, man?
That's ridiculous.
Chris Paul's played for, and they were all pretty good, and I watched him choke his way away from all.
He has never played with somebody as good as Tim Duncan, my brother,
well, fucking Tony
or David Robinson for that matter.
Tony Parker's never choked as bad as Chris Paul in the playoffs either.
He's never been the best player. It's a big difference.
Paul's never been the best player on his playoff team.
Yeah, he was. He was the best player on that Clippers team.
And he was on the Hornets. Don't forget about that.
On the Clippers team with Blake Griffin?
He's a better player than Blake Griffin, dude.
No, on that team, he was not as good as Blake Griffin.
That's wrong. That's fine, though. You're liable to drop some fucking absolutely dookie takes on the pod, dude.
You just hate Chris Paul. You got to drop it. It's the same with me and Draymond Green. I'm saying he might be a top 5 defender of all time, and I don't like him.
This is exactly what it is. Your bias is corrupting your, thought.
No, if you want to hear me fucking be biased, I think that when Rondo was in his prime for the Celtics, I think he was a better player than Chris Paul.
That is not a terrible argument. They were like 1 and 2 point guards in the league, but Chris Paul is a better player than Rajon Rondo because he
all time, yes,
shoot.
Chris Paul played for 17 years, and Rondo had some injuries. So,
well, but it's also he can shoot the ball. He's going to score a lot more points than Rondo ever could.
36% from 3 for the last couple years of his career. So he was
okay.
You know
for the last few years of his career, he could shoot the ball. Huh?
You know what Rondo has 2 of?
Well, he has a championship.
No, he's got 2.
Who did he win the second one? The Lakers?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't count. Please.
It doesn't count now. It doesn't count
Please. Now. All right, fine. So if Chris Paul joins the fucking Rockets this year and he wins the championship.
If he joins the Rockets are going to plummet. You think that fucking Kevin Durant's not going to punch him in the face by the time the first practice is over?
Probably not. I don't know. Kevin Durant probably loves him.
No,
Chris Paul was the head of the Players Association.
Yeah, and he's fucking everybody because of it.
No, he was. He's not. He's no longer.
And we can't say anything like that. We have Jalen.
Yeah, but who needs to know that? We can just tell him the DL.
As in, like, we can't shit on the players' union. We have a comrade.
Oh yeah, of course. It's not. It's also it's really reductive to be like he's not making the decisions. He's just a fucking representative.
He's not making any decisions.
Yeah, you don't think the NBA PA and the fucking NBA have like a team of 400 fucking Ivy League lawyers making the choices, and it's just like Chris Paul's just like a figurehead, or Jalen's a figurehead.
How the fuck do you get that job? I want that fucking lawyer job.
I look every single day of my life to see if the NBA is hiring. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I look every single day. And sometimes they are. They just want Ivy League.
Well, they got you. So
sorry, guys, just me.
That they don't have, okay?
And I'm gonna immediately cowtail to what the players want because that's all I care about.
Over here.
They're way cooler. Yeah, I'd go with them. I want to impress them. Yeah, I don't want to impress their lawyers.
I have to fucking report to Stern, dude, like, or whatever, fucking Silver. Yeah, I have to report to Silver. A fucking guy looks like Paul from the movie Paul.
If they hire you and they tell you to report to Stern, I don't think it's a real fucking job. I think you got the Kawhi Leonard job on that one.
Speaking of, great transition there, Steve. Kawhi Leonard, the Lakers, Steve Ballmer, all in a bit of hot water. I mean, the Clippers, yeah. Sorry. The worse LA team. In some hot water here with a report from Pablo Torre, I believe.
And the Athletic, I think, helped out with it too.
Stating that Kawhi was getting paid $28 million via a no-show job for a company that was owned by and created by Steve Ballmer. What?
No, it was owned by two Harvard grads whose names I can't remember. Steve Ballmer was friends with them.
It's technically owned by Kawhi Leonard too. He's owed $7 million.
Yeah, and they're bankrupt because it was a fraudulent company called Aspiration, and they claimed they were going to plant trees for everybody, and that's how they were going to do it. And they were paying Leonardo DiCaprio to sponsor them, and Robert Downey Jr., Drake, Cindy Crawford, I think, was on there for some fucking reason. Like,
shout out to Cindy Crawford, dude.
Shout out to Cindy Crawford.
Absolute smoke.
They were all getting paid to promote it, and
that was Kawhi's job too, right?
Well, that was
job.
They wrote it into the contract that if any of his beliefs didn't line up with what Aspiration was asking him to do, he didn't have to do it, which is basically an out that says, I don't believe in this, and then he doesn't have to fucking do anything.
There doesn't believe in planting trees.
He had to do anything. it was fucking wild.
But either way, now the NBA is launching an investigation. There's some pretty steep penalties to...
Oh, Ballmer, sorry to interrupt you, but Ballmer funded $50 million to Aspirations.
Yes, that's what it was.
And that's $28 million was going to Kawhi. And I don't know what the other $22 million was, maybe hush money. But Aspirations had their own like endorsement for the Clippers and everything like that. They had their name in the arena. The Clippers used to tweet out things about Aspirations, like, oh, every retweet we're going to plant a tree. And there was like, and like the thousands and thousands of like apparent like tree farms that they were doing. Like there was only one time anybody ever went out to look at them. Like there was only one project manager visit. So they were just doing fuck all and just taking everybody's money. And
yeah, it's a shell company.
One guy got arrested for like embezzling like $143 million out of the company. So he was just basically taking everybody's money.
Nice. So what is this?
I listened to the whole Pablo Torre podcast yesterday. It was wildly fucking interesting.
No, it's important context. I think I didn't know any of the stuff about the other celebrities. It's interesting stuff. I mean, there's no shortage, and another thing we sort of talked about. Like, there's other ways that these GMs and teams can work with their star players to get them to sign. Now that the apron is, there's always been a cap, right? But there's ways to get players to sign there that are off the books. They're always, I mean, I feel like this has always kind of been a thing. Pretty steep penalties nonetheless if you get caught doing it.
Timberwolves had this happen to them in the early 2000s, and they're like just recovering basically. They like take 5 years of picks and fine you a lot. Like it kind of stunts you for a while.
Yeah, it's as close to like a death penalty as you can get.
That was Joe Smith, I think was his name. But
yeah,
that was a weird one because like they weren't like funding anything backdoor to him, but they had it in writing in his contract because like he was eligible for like an $80 million contract, but they were up against the salary cap with Kevin Garnett on the team. So he signed like a 3-year deal for like $1.75 million or something like that, when he could have signed somewhere else for $80 million.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, they had it in writing in his contract that when his 3 years were up, they were going to sign him to the Supermax, which you can't do.
Gotcha. You can't have that written in a contract?
No, like you can just agree to it verbally as long as nothing's being recorded and they can't fucking do anything about it. Like, we all know that they do. Like, we all know that's like why these guys sign a 2-year contract instead of a 3-year, because at the 2-year mark, the salary cap's going to go up and they can get a bigger deal. But you just can't outright put it in the contract. So they lost like 5 first-round picks or something stupid like that. Mm-hmm. And crazy fines. So I think that the commissioner's got to come down even harder on Stern, or not on
On Ballmer.
Stern, on Ballmer.
We got Stern.
There's a lot of Silvers, Sterlings, Stearns.
Yeah, I think Sterling was what I was thinking of, and then I said Stern.
Definitely.
We're both fucking wrong, so it doesn't matter.
It's all right. It happens. Just insert old rich white dude. Yeah, man. I mean, I thought Kawhi's no-show job was the Clippers, but I guess I was wrong.
He's a bag getter, man. Jeez.
Certainly.
He was already in the Hall of Fame. Are you hearing about secret bags he's getting? Jesus.
It makes you wonder how prevalent. Is it just a matter of like, hey, listen, everybody's doing it, just we got caught. It's like how college recruiting used to be. You know, the SMU got caught and they got the death penalty.
Yeah. Do you think that the NBA goes lenient on him so that he doesn't like go back at the NBA and have them open up everybody's books? Because I mean, like there's Pablo Torre was talking about looking at the Brunson deal.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, to the rest of the owners talk to Silver and tell him like, you know, be a little bit lenient on him.
I'm sure the other owners
opened up. Like,
I'm sure the other owners are like, listen, dude, we'll pay the fines. We'll help you out somehow. Just don't squeal. Don't you fucking rat.
The thing is, like, Steve Ballmer is the 6th richest person in the world.
Yeah. We're not talking about the money stuff.
The money that they're going to send him to pay the fine, he doesn't give a shit about that. He like, clearly all he cares about is winning. That's why he's trying to cheat to fucking win. So I think that if the NBA does go hard on him, he might just be like, hey, I have more resources than your entire fucking league. Like, let's have fun in court and let's open up everybody's books and watch it all burn.
It's funny, too, the differences between if the Brunson situation is the same, it's so funny. Just to add to the Kawhi, like, funny, like, not even a bad way, but the greed. Like, because it's not like with Brunson, it'd be like he cut like $100 million off his contract, and they're kind of like, we're seeing if he made it up another way. Kawhi got the max, and he just couldn't help himself do an illegal thing on top of the max.
If they find out that this was really through like the Clippers and all that shit, do you think that Kawhi still like goes to court and wants the $7 million that this aspirations company that's bankrupt owes him? Like, do you think that if he's found guilty of this, do you think he just says, fuck it, I'm going to go get the rest of my bag?
If it does go to litigation, I imagine this will go for years. This will be like Brady-esque.
I mean, this is a guy who was driving a 2001 Chevy Tahoe when he was on a max deal with the Spurs, complaining about losing fucking Wingstop.
I hear you, but like at some point, it's like if the litigation goes on, he's paying like somebody from the best firm in LA. It's gonna be like a Pyrrhic victory at best, you know.
So like those big firms, let's get deep into the lawyer talk here. Those big like litigation firms, like, do you have to pay them on a retainer, or do they only get paid when they win?
It depends. Generally, you pay them you pay the retainer.
And the bigger the company, obviously, the bigger the retainer.
There's no way you're getting a good lawyer on a like a percentage win basis. Like, people who can't afford a lawyer do that. No offense to anybody. Like, you know, if it's, we'll take a percentage of the winnings, like we'll take a third or whatever. Which may, you know, maybe they'll broker a deal, but you know, I just don't imagine if you're paying like the ropes and gray in LA, you're probably paying the retainer, every single paralegal fee. Like, you know, there's no quibbling with them. And it's a lot of money.
You know what? I'm thinking the Kawhi's like motivation too. This all makes me really confused. Like, mentioning that it was the max and then on top, like, was Kawhi threatening to like retire if this didn't happen? Because we all thought it was just because he wanted to go home and play for LA, and that's why he'd want to go there. But he clearly didn't want to sign because they paid him $28 million secretly on top. Like, was Kawhi wouldn't have want to play? I don't like. We never heard him want to. It's just really confusing. Like, why they did it in the first place. Like, it would have to be to keep Kawhi there, but we thought he wanted to be there because he was home and didn't have to play anyways. It's like, was he like threatening retirement?
Well, he tried.
Maybe he was threatening to get me out of there.
I just don't know. I don't see him playing. Like all we've heard since the move to LA was that it was because he was home. You know what I mean? And this kind of trashes all that. In my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I think if he wanted to go home and play, he wanted to play for the Lakers. Like, usually you grow up in LA, you're not a fan of the Clippers. But
I don't think it's specifically because when he was there, they were in San Diego. when he was a kid. Maybe not.
He is a little bit older than us too. Yeah,
but not that much. They're probably
also. I'm gonna pretend that he's like so much older than us because he's doing so much better than us.
He's like 4 years older than us, bro.
He's like 40 something at this point. Like he's just a successful old man that was just trying to get a last bag.
He is a successful old man, and he hasn't played basketball in fucking 2 years.
But I saw reports that he was trying to do this to the Raptors too. That he was trying to he wanted like $15 million in.
He wanted a percentage of Canada. It's like I want like a fraction of the GDP.
You got to bring to Halifax over there. It's kind of nice over there. It's quiet.
Kauai Island, but Canada version.
He gets the parking fee meters in one part of the city.
Yeah. But he wanted like $15 million like in endorsements that we're just going to get paid for nothing basically off of them. So.
I don't know. He's a weird he's always been an odd bird.
I'd never blame the player for going to get the bag. If this fucking team's going to offer you an extra $28 million.
Yeah.
Get $28 million.
That's why I was almost, when I was opening, I was like, I want to say it is greed because technically it's greed, but I don't necessarily like say it's in a bad way that he's like trying to get bags from these billionaires. But it is great for him to sign the max and be like, all right, give me $28 million more.
Paige brought up a really good point where it was like, does that make him a bad teammate? Because if he's caught doing this, which looks like he's going to be, then the team gets fucked, and like all the players on that team are going to be like,
I don't think he did anything.
Shit situation for like however long their contracts for, because the Clippers are going to be a shit show after the punishments.
Dude, he's like a 1-year college. Like, no, I'm not insulting his intelligence. I think we look at these guys like they should know better, but these aren't like he's not an Ivy League attorney. He's probably not reading the rules and stipulations of cap.
I mean, come on.
Ins and outs.
Come on.
He's probably like, what is the most amount of money I can make?
For a company to no-show job? Like he knows.
Yeah, Ballmer was probably like, listen, just sign this. We'll give you an extra $28 million. Just don't ever bring it up.
That. He's not dumb. Like you said, this is insulting his intelligence.
Do you know that?
He doesn't understand that circumventing the cap fucks you. Like he knows it. And my only point was that, if he knows that like the team's going to be fucked if they find out, like, does that make him a selfish player?
No, what makes him a selfish player is that he doesn't fucking play for the Clippers ever. That's what makes him a selfish player, not the fact that he made $28 extra million.
I guess it's selfish to demand something hardcore if you don't know the ramifications. That's for sure.
But we don't know if that happened.
I don't. Maybe Ballmer just offered it, but why would he do that?
Every GM's it's not just like, hey, Ballmer's the only one doing this. Like, hey, I'll slide you an extra $30 million. Every team was probably, Toronto was definitely offering him a fucking side deal. Celtics, if they offered him a contract, were like, hey, and we'll invest you in fucking Raytheon or something. Like, every single team is doing this. It's just like, so no, I don't think it makes sense. I think if it's like how the business is done, it's not the players' fault. It's the GMs, and the GMs need to get better at not getting, or the owners, and they need to get better at not being caught. Straight up,
it's his fault. I'm just saying, knowing the consequences of your actions, does that make you more of a selfish player, knowing that you're going to fuck over the rest of these guys if you get caught?
Was Brady selfish for Deflategate?
There was nothing wrong with Deflategate.
That's not true. The Patriots lost a first-round pick for no reason.
Well, yeah. Well, we all know that was a fucking pay job by fucking Goodell. I'll stand on that.
It was.
My life.
He knew that he was
the correct weight, the correct percentage.
And he did.
It's cold, balls deflate.
He was fucking with the balls, dude.
Yeah, you can deflate them to a certain point. They said there's a legal limit for it to be that, and it was.
And he was under it.
Yeah, because it was cold that day, and balls deflate when it gets cold. We've all left the basketball outside in the fucking fall and gone out to play in the morning, and it was.
But he already knew he was monkeying with the balls, dude. Does that make so? It's the same thing. If Kawhi's like, if you know he's monkeying with the ball, if Tom Brady knows he's monkeying with the balls, can get you in serious trouble, and Kawhi does that make him a selfish player? It ended up costing his team a first-round pick and probably another Super Bowl.
One difference is, I think I would agree with you, Cody, if the Clippers won a championship in this era.
Why? Why is that? Why is that the qualifier?
Because that year that happened, didn't we win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, beat the Colts in the AFC Championship that year with.
So it's all worth it in the team aspect.
I don't think we won. I think we lost it. Is that the? I don't remember. Fuck, Jesus, my memory's failing me. I don't remember.
Is that not the Rams one, or the?
No, it was way before that.
Oh yeah, it's way before that.
It was like the fucking. It was like the. It was either the Eagles or the fucking Falcons, and we lost.
I think. Let me go look.
No, I think it was before the Falcons.
So yeah, we didn't even make a Super Bowl in 15.
Wasn't the Brady comeback? Wasn't that the next year after he got suspended? He came back and the season.
Oh yeah, we won the Super Bowl the year after, so it's still what I mean. So the year that they got punished, they won the Super Bowl. Cody, that doesn't really. If the Clippers win the championship this year,
then it's fine.
Also, you can legally monkey with the balls to a point, and he did, and then the weather happened. That's what it is. I'll stand on that. I think
you can't tamper. You can't tamper with the balls to the level Brady was doing it, Steve, and that's what he got found guilty of.
You can tamper with them to the point that he did, but then when you measure the air, when you measure the balls after it's cold, then they're going to be more deflated.
I'm not going to litigate Deflategate with you. Regardless, my point still stands. He knew he was doing something questionable, and that's. I even have a contention was does Kawhi know that this is even questionable? You have to prove intent and knowledge of for me to qualify your argument.
By saying that you're not going to insult his intelligence. You're insulting the man's intelligence that he didn't know that circumventing the cap was going to be a big fucking deal.
I don't think any NBA player, any NBA fan thought that this was this big of a deal or this was even a thing in their mind until this week.
What, the guys were getting backroom deals or that it was...
Yeah. That it was an issue and that you can lose 5 years of picks. Oh,
I knew about that. I knew about the Joe Smith, Minnesota before this.
Okay. You're one of a guarantee of billion.
About it too. Jacob knew about Joe Smith and everything was going on in Minnesota.
Yeah, I played a lot in the KG timeline, so I feel like it's pretty hard to not know for us.
And the fans that we're seeing on fucking Twitter are all fucking kids that are younger than us. They probably don't even know who KG is.
I'm not insulting his intelligence by saying he doesn't know the ins and outs of the cap law. That's not an insult on his intelligence.
The cap law are fucking set in stone. You have to be a fucking moron to not understand him. You can't go.
He's not a fucking cap attorney, Steve. He's a basketball player.
Yeah, and what do you think, that he doesn't have lawyers around him signing these fucking contracts to fucking get an extra $28 million from a fucking no-show company?
Then is that his fault or his lawyers? You're assuming a lot of things. I'm just assuming that he might not have known what he did wrong.
It's definitely sketchy he did it in Toronto. It sounds like he was just going around trying to bully organizations into doing it.
Yeah, he tried to do the same thing in Toronto, and now he's trying to do it in LA. Come on. Or he didn't try to do it in LA, he actually did it in LA.
But even the intent and knowledge, does that make him a bad teammate? No. I don't think it makes him a bad teammate. I think it makes Ballmer a goofball who just wasn't good at hiding his tracks.
I mean, the Crafts did the same thing with Brady, so...
Oh, of course. That's there's a
TB12
who knows
store in Gillette. We know,
of course,
they are doing some backroom shit with Brady while he's taking pay cuts.
It's the most it's the worst kept secret in NFL cap history is that Brady was obviously getting side shit. That's why he's a fucking billionaire.
Yeah, they all are, and I'm fine with it. I don't really give a shit. I was just posing the question that do you think that people in the locker room are going to look at him different if the Clippers if the league takes the Clippers first round picks for 5 years? Do you think that the people in the locker room are hey, dude, what the fuck?
And they weren't getting bread either. This guy's getting bread on the side.
Bread. He was getting extra money over a max deal.
And we're fucking.
It wasn't even he took a pay cut where they could have signed more players and then he was getting the rest of that money that he could have signed for the max. He was getting a max and some.
Not even.
I guess there's an argument to be made there, but it's also if you're going to quibble with Kawhi being a good or bad teammate, I don't think that's where you start.
I was going to say it's just compounded with the whole not playing thing too.
You think Paul George is looking at him funny, dude,
Paul George has bigger fish to fry than that. He's can I even make the league anymore?
I run my podcast
over here. You're not playing. My fucking body's falling apart, and you're getting an extra bag and not playing.
If you want to incorporate that into the argument of being a bad team, it's hey, at least you can fucking earn that money, dude. You haven't earned it since you got here. Yeah, you are good enough to do it.
Brady was taking pay cuts and getting the rest of it on the backside. This guy was taking a max, handcuffing the team's fucking salary cap, and then taking more on the other side. So,
but the part about the part that separates them is that Brady was winning.
Yeah,
he was making everybody money by that.
The Spurs, basically.
That's that.
Toronto, so I can't say that.
That's a way to help out your teammates is to win and make sure everybody. If you win, people are going to want you more, and everybody gets a bag.
Like Brunson right now.
Yeah, like if we find out that Brunson's doing the same thing, then at least he took a fucking.
No, I'd look at it so differently.
Took a max, but he just took a max on less years.
I don't know.
No, I think it was much. No, it was like he sacrificed like 100 million. Like he's not on a max. He's like on 30 million a year or something like that.
Oh, no. What it was that like if he could have signed I think he could have signed for one more year there for an extension, and then the next year the cap went up and he would have been for like an extra $100 million, something like that.
Brunson's catching that fucking Anthony Simons bag, dude. Something fishy's going on.
Well, I think it's more fishy that the fucking Blazers were paying Anthony Simons that much.
Well, I mean, at least you can argue like they had nobody else to pay.
I think they're laundering money through Anthony Simons' contract.
Yeah, dude, I mean, it feels silly to say it's not a lot compared to other players, but yeah, he's making 35 this year.
That is such an underpay.
Yeah, he can make way more.
I think Jalen's going to be making like 50 this year. 56.
Brown? Like yeah, well, he deserves it.
Oh, sorry. I was talking Jalen. Like, we're not talking about Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haka Portal makes 25 mil.
Exactly. It's like there's obviously something going on.
He might be a Hall of Fame bag getter, too, because like he's just kind of there. He's like just pretty good, never great.
What does this guy even do?
He's a Scotty Barnes over there, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, this being facetious is like Poeltl like might have a case for being the best player on the Raptors right now. Obviously, it's Scotty Barnes. They have Bi. There's players that are better, but I'm just being facetious.
I don't know. I might take Jakob Poeltl over Scotty Barnes.
At least with Barnes, you have the whole like he can be something really good.
He's still young right now. Like I know what I'm getting from Jakob Poeltl on a night-to-night basis. I don't know what fucking planet Scotty Barnes' brain is in on a night-to-night basis.
How hard he gamed the night before, you don't know. He like streams. He's one of those guys.
So you're telling me Scotty Barnes has like in-depth knowledge of how the cap works, Steve? There's no way. There's no fucking way, dude.
Look, you don't need in-depth fucking knowledge to understand that, hey, there's a salary cap that we can't go by, and we're giving you extra money behind all of that.
Yeah, but you don't know if that's illegal or not.
The only argument that you could make, well, it's not illegal, it's just illegal for the NBA. You could sign for, I could give Kawhi $1 billion to never show up and do anything and just fucking exist, and they can't do anything about it. But the only argument that you can make is that he didn't know that the money was coming from Ballmer, and that he only knew that the money was coming from this aspirations company. If they can prove that he never knew that the money was being circumvented by Steve Ballmer into his account, then I think that he's good.
But why does that truly matter? Like, if he's done even one thing for the company, doesn't he have a solid case for being like, no, it was an endorsement?
No, nobody can touch the money that he's making from them. Like, that contract is good. He's getting paid that money, that's fine.
I understand.
The only problem is the circumventing of the cap. Because if they find out that Steve Ballmer was paying this aspirations company to pay Kawhi Leonard, that's where the problem is.
But what if he's performing services for the company? In whatever way Kawhi does.
That's where it gets muddy. But also,
I think there's a real chance here that nothing happens.
But also,
he wasn't a picture. Podcast, he wasn't one picture.
If you listen to what he did, he never tweeted about aspirations, never signed anything for them, never took a picture with them. He never showed up to any of their events. He never did. He literally did fuck all for them, and like got almost $28 million.
Well, that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to prove the case.
Legally, like they can.
No,
they can't do anything about taking his money. But
no, of course not.
If the NBA can connect Ballmer's money that he's putting into aspirations directly to, like if there's emails that say, "Hey,
earmarked for Kawhi,
$28 million that we're going to give to your player," then they're fucked. But if
that's going to be the crux of the case.
Yeah. It's going to be a couple of years probably of them figuring this shit out.
Huh.
It's wicked interesting.
That is interesting. Where law intersects with NBA.
And all that. So it just gets me going. Shout out to Kawhi Leonard, all-time bag getter.
All time. Always has been, always will be. What do we think this happens? Do we think this affects the Clippers season, who are projected to be a pretty good team this year?
I think so.
Good. I mean, like we were talking about before, Kawhi Leonard doesn't fucking play anyways. So, like, if for whatever reason they suspend him, they're not missing anything. He never fucking plays.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're already, the thing is, they're already like in the dark horse territory. So I think all-time bad vibes kind of kills a dark horse. Like, I don't know. Like, they're already at such a long shot. If you don't have energy for it, like, you need at least that. You need the power of friendship if you're a dark horse.
I have a feeling like this is a punishment, or whatever, a symptom of, and I don't know, maybe it's just my sports fandom of like a team leaving a fan base that so desperately didn't want them to leave. Like, the minute the Clippers left San Diego, they were just like immediately conceded themselves to being like a joke. And the same thing with the Chargers too. I don't think the Chargers are going to do fucking fuck all ever because they moved from San Diego. The Raiders are destined to be a joke because they moved from Oakland to Las Vegas. Same with the A's when they do it.
I mean,
even though they already are a joke.
I could make the argument the Lakers. The Lakers left Minnesota and they went to LA and they got 12 more titles after they went to LA.
Yeah, but there's a bit of a difference because there was no team in LA.
The Dodgers went from Brooklyn to LA and they got a few titles over there.
This happened a billion years ago.
When's this thing come off then? Because San Diego
it's also
in like the 90s, so it's not like it wasn't like yesterday.
It's also like it's also a thing where you go to a bigger market that already has a team. That's like another thing about it. I think that's kind of an issue. Although with Las Vegas doesn't really count, but I just think them leaving Oakland that was such a mistake. Not financially, but it was just such a sports mistake. It's bad juju, bad vibes. Get out of here.
Even San Diego.
Well, the Raiders leaving Oakland, the Chargers, and the Clippers leaving San Diego.
Oakland. That fan base was so fucking great over there. Like, I don't give.
They had already left once to LA, but they moved back. It's like,
I mean, look, I'll make the argument I'll make the argument with you, like the Colts. The Colts up and left Baltimore in the middle of the fucking night, and they haven't won shit since. Well,
that's not true. They won a Super Bowl.
They got two with Peyton or one?
One.
Yeah.
But even then, it hasn't been all fucking roses for them. They won one Super Bowl with the second greatest quarterback of all time, and then they had the next guy whose back just died. He retired before he was 30.
Shout out to Andrew Luck. I love that for him. He said, "This fucking hurts. I'm not enjoying this anymore. Fuck the bag. I'm gonna retire."
Yeah, it's just it's not like they're going to be really bad this year too. They've been bad since Peyton left. Besides when Andrew Luck was good that 1 or 2 years.
Do you remember the old rumor about what the true reason why he actually retired? It's so funny to think about, is that he saw a ghost in the locker room.
Yes, I heard that. Yeah.
Dude, what was it, like General? What was the Twitter page? It was like General Luck or whatever, and it was like him dressed.
Oh, he's a Civil War general.
Mm-hmm. And he just looks exactly like one.
It was like it was like a Scrooge ghost that was like, "You can't play football or you'll get a million concussions."
Yeah, dude, the ghost amount of concussions that guy had, I wouldn't doubt if he actually did see ghosts every once in a while.
The ghost was just Tom Brady being like, "You're never gonna beat me." Look at what happened to Peyton.
I was thinking about this the other day. Like 90% of the teams in LA are all fucking like transplants.
LA is a transplant.
Like all their fucking sports teams are transplants. The only one that I think isn't is the Kings.
Well, it was. I mean, it's not a city with a long history. Like it was founded in like the late 1800s. You know.
Yeah, but Portland has a fucking team that's not a transplant. Like
they're greedy. Fair point. They steal the shit. They're like, oh, we want the next opportunity.
Like, but then put through like all the sports, like the Chargers are there.
Seattle. I mean, but like these are teams where they get bad weather some of the year. LA, you get bad weather none of the year. People don't care about sports in LA. I'll die on that hill. Always.
Nobody gives a shit about sports there, but they keep transplanting all the fucking teams over there.
Well, it's because it's just the sheer size.
Well, fucking the Dodgers went from Brooklyn to LA. I mean, that's not. You're getting New York versus LA. The size is comparable, right?
Especially back then. But it's just, yeah, I don't. The Dodgers almost don't count. I feel like they're like an LA true and blue team because they moved what in the fucking 50s? Like that counts, man. They're an LA team.
5 titles that fucking the Lakers won in Minnesota. I'm not doing it. You can't make me. They won 5 titles with George fucking Mikan when the NBA was actually segregated still. So I don't want to hear anything about that. And they talk about our Bill Russell championships like they don't count.
Well, the one thing that doesn't count is when 80% of Montreal's fucking Stanley Cups. They had first rights to every fucking Montreal-born player. Yeah. That doesn't count.
That was crazy. But at least there was more teams in Canada then, though, I think.
Well, there was 6, Steve. 3 in Canada and 3 in America. No.
When did the Nordiques fucking stop existing?
I don't fucking know.
They might have started after the original 6. No, because the original 6 was the Blackhawks, the Bruins, the Maple Leafs,
Rangers,
the Rangers and the Canadians, and the Flyers. I want to say. I might be getting that fucked up.
Was it the Red Wings?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was probably the Red Wings. Yeah, that's what it was.
Boom. I knew that.
Yeah, well, I don't know, Steve. I don't know about any of this stuff. I just think it's bad juju for those teams in particular. To leave San Diego. And I think
don't know why you ever want to leave San Diego. I'm pretty sure it's fucking beautiful there.
It's as nice as LA, less crowded.
That sounds so much fucking better. You get just as good food.
Yeah, man. We got real sports kicking off tonight. Football.
Are you ready for some football?
Cowboys versus the Eagles, reigning Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. What are your thoughts on the game this year, fantasy, any of it? Steve, how's your team looking?
It looks just as good as last time we talked about it. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I don't know when I'm supposed to play people and when I'm not supposed to play them.
I'd probably start Nick Chubb.
Well, the running backs are better, though.
Who do you have?
I got that Carson kid, I think, from Cincinnati that you wanted.
Chase Brown.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, you're not starting him over Chase Brown. Fair point.
And the other one's Alvin Kamara, I think.
There you go. That might be one that you swap out.
I thought Alvin Kamara was better.
Better player, but Nick Chubb's on a better team. I don't know. It's just well, you're not starting.
I don't know. I don't know anything about these fucking teams. It just says Alvin Kamara is going to score like 15 points.
Yeah, don't start Nick Chubb. I was being facetious, but you should watch this Texans game intently to see how much of a share he's getting. I don't know, Jacob. What are your thoughts? Who's winning tonight?
I mean,
ready for some football?
I was gonna say it feels like a pretty duddy. Like it's a kind of a dud of a first game with the Parsons trade. I feel like the Eagles are just gonna freaking destroy them. But unfortunately, I don't have anyone to watch in fantasy. I'll be watching, but I honestly should have drafted, being like, who can I watch in the first game? But
I'm way too heavily invested in this first game. I got Jake Ferguson, CeeDee Lamb, and George Pickens going tonight. That's like, jeez. I'm gonna lose. I can either win or lose my week tonight.
That's nice. Night one. Yeah, no, I'm watching just for fun. No one in the fight.
I think the Eagles are catching 8.5 points.
They should, if they're for real this year. Don't the Cowboys look like bottom 4-5 team in the league, right?
Their offense is still pretty good. It's just that their already bad defense is now significantly worse.
Dak just seems so weird now. Like every year.
Fucking weird.
I mean, that's a guy that's like, are you ever gonna do anything, dude? Like you throw for 5,000 yards every season. Is like, can you fucking win a playoff game?
I know. I wonder how they feel about him there in Dallas.
I'm pretty sure
a big year. This is a big year for him. I think he's gonna have to throw. I mean, that's why I'm so heavily invested in the Cowboys, is because they're pass catchers. Because that's the only way they're going to win games. They're going to have to fucking outsling somebody. They're not going to beat them on defense. Steve is their starting running back. And so, it's going to be a throw-heavy offense and a negative game script. So
I got to get on the plane, get over there.
ASAP.
True.
I have a dumb question.
I have an even dumber answer.
I doubt it. My flex spot, does it Can I start a quarterback in my flex spot?
No, in some leagues you can, but not in the traditional standard ESPN.
Oh, I was going to say, because I got D Moore from the Bears.
DJ Moore?
Yeah.
He's their best receiver.
He's only projected for 13.5 points, but Trevor Lawrence is projected for 18.
Well, that's why you can only start one, because quarterbacks, like,
I mean, to be
on
fair,
a bad day, they're getting 15 points a game.
Baker Mayfield's my starter for the quarterback. He's only projected to get 19, so
that's really good. What do you mean only?
Was that a lot? I thought that doesn't seem like a lot.
For a quarterback that doesn't run the ball, that's very good.
He's playing against Atlanta.
Yeah, he's an auto start.
And Lawrence is playing against Carolina.
Don't ever play Lawrence unless you have to.
Does anybody want to trade for fucking Goldilocks?
I mean, if my quarterback goes down, maybe.
No, I got Jeff Wilson for you in that situation.
Look, I'll even throw in Darren Waller, okay? Just
sick, dude.
The pot for you.
Actually, I am hurting in that spot, tight end. I am hurting in that.
I think I got some.
Oh, I have Hurts going tonight too, by the way.
Yeah, Hurts. Nice. I was thinking about drafting him. I remember I was thinking about that.
He's one of the top 4 quarterbacks.
A lot of Russian TDs.
Oh, I thought you said Zach Ertz.
Jalen Hurts.
Another Jalen.
Steve, what do you think? Cowboys upset the world, shock the world tonight? Yeah. Jerry's get the boys fired up, being like, we don't fucking... Micah Parsons, 26-year-old, best pass rusher in the league. Who fucking needs him? Yep. Give me 2 first-round picks on a defensive tackle who's 32 years old.
I got the Cowboys coming out of the NFC least.
We don't need that. Ridiculous. We do not need that version of Skip Bayless tomorrow. We do not need that, man.
What's worse, the Stephen A. with the fucking cigar and the cowboy hat and his fucking shit-eating grin, or Skip Bayless being like, the Cowboys sucked me back in, just to have his heart being fucking ripped out of his throat 2 games later.
Well, that part's fun. Ripped out.
Whenever I see one of them pop up on my Twitter, I do not watch the fucking video because I'm just gonna fucking want to pull my fucking teeth out while I watch.
Kim consistently refers to him as old Ludacris because that's who he looks like. Stephen A., not Skip.
That makes much more sense, definitely.
Yeah,
I think we all assumed which one she was talking about.
Yeah, she's
like,
not.
I thought old Ludacris would be a great name for fucking Skip because he's old and he's very ludicrous as a person. So.
Oh yeah. So you got the Eagles tonight, Steve?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's the fucking Cowboys. They fucking suck. I don't even watch football. I know the Cowboys fucking suck.
Shout out to Frankie in our fantasy league. Huge Cowboys fan.
Hey, Frankie, you're a fucking idiot. Why are you rooting for the Cowboys? They suck.
But you don't think we've said this to him?
Your ass 1 week in fantasy because I'm the best fucking fantasy player you've ever seen.
He won our league. He knows the least about football. Me and Taylor are diehard football fans in our other fantasy league. Diehard. He's knows the college players, loves Clemson, and Frankie wins the league every year. It's fucking ridiculous. One last thing before two last things. Roman Anthony hurt. That's just you want to talk about a fucking right into a fucking wall. The Red Sox momentum, even though they're still winning.
Yeah, I know. We won the series. It happened. So it just sucks. I mean, it's not like he's not out for the year. He just come back in the first or second round, basically.
Yeah, it's 4 to 6 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's tough time to
into October. Yeah, bleak was the shit that Paolo and Franz and them were dealing with last year. So even if it's 4 to 6 weeks, give them 6 to 8. Especially when you're swinging it back.
Well, I think he only sprained it.
You didn't just strained it? Still give him time. I'm assuming it's a lot of oblique work when you're swinging a baseball bat at that speed.
Well, they say swinging a baseball bat is the most unnatural motion in sports. Your feet are planted and your body has to go so fast against its own momentum. It's injury city. I mean, Jacoby Ellsbury, he tore his fucking knee ACL twice swinging. So just swinging at the ball. That sucks. But the Red Sox, we making the playoffs, Jacob? What do you think?
Yeah, we're 5 games out of the wild card. As in above the. It's who knows? Maybe we'll be last in the wild card. But yeah, I think we stay in the playoffs regardless. It's just definitely a bummer, but yeah, we're good.
we're in contention for the East, right?
Yeah.
Still, but we are like heavily in contention for one of the wild card spots.
We're only 3 games back of the Blue Jays, or 4. So it's really, and we're literally tied with the Yankees right now, like basically exactly the same. So yeah, it's a tough end of the year, but we all have it. And Roman technically wasn't even playing this year, so if him going out is like gonna kill us, that's a pretty bad sign.
Well, listen, I mean, it's not like he's fucking hitting 287.
No, he's really good. Yeah.
Like, that's like, if you miss that bat, any lineup's hurting more than it would be. But yeah, this is like a gravy year for sure. Especially after like the trading your franchise cornerstone player at the time. Even though you could argue Crochet might be your franchise cornerstone. Roman has definitely asserted himself into the role.
Yeah.
I think the Toll kid, or however you say his name, I think he's gonna be another cornerstone.
He's sick.
I mean, he dueled fucking Skeens. Dueled him.
Sick.
It's not his fault that fucking Greg Weissert or whoever is an absolute arsonist.
No. Was it Skeens or was it Scooble or whatever his name is?
It was Skeens.
Yeah.
Oh, Scooble's on the fucking Tigers, right?
Mm-hmm. That's correct. But he's fucking filthy.
Yeah, he's nasty. He's going for the Triple Crown this year, I heard.
Last year too. He's basically one of the next great pitchers.
He might be the best pitcher in the sport.
Yeah, and he has been for a couple of years.
Yeah, totally time, baby.
It looks like he's from the '80s. It's awesome.
Yeah, he seems like a goofball. I like that though.
Dude, he's 22 years old too. It's so awesome to have someone that looks so old and be 22. It's like such a gift.
He rocks the stash.
Yeah.
He seems like a good dude too. Like, he was talking about how he loves his infielders, and he's like happy that he's like, he's praising them and shit like that. Like,
I forget what the clip where he strikes somebody out to like win the game, and he just walks off the mound. He does like he literally emotes. He goes like, yes, just like goofy shit like that. You know, whereas you have like the years of like Max Scherzer being like, or like fucking who was the Giants pitcher?
Madison Bumgarner.
Oh,
just like motherfucking you if you like, he'll walk off the mound staring at you like daggers through your soul, and you just have like a goofball who's like straight throwing fucking 98 on the black, and he's just like doing the fucking like fucking emotes. That's sick. I like that. Make baseball fun, man.
Who was y'all's favorite pitcher that wasn't a Red Sox pitcher?
Dontrelle Willis.
Yeah, D-Train, man. He was so good. Hold on. D-Train is a very good choice. That wasn't a Red Sox pitcher. I like CeCe a lot.
CeCe was a killer.
I liked him just because he was fat.
When he got skinny, he wasn't as good, but he was also kind of older too. So it was, I don't know if it was
he had a good year after he got skinny.
Did he? I thought he had a couple of bad years.
Oh, he did. He for sure did. But
that was just age catching up.
He stopped eating cereal and lost like 100 pounds.
That's sick, dude. What a fucking call.
Pablo, what's his name? Pablo.
Oh, yeah.
He hit the home run. No. Who's the fucking Oh shit! He played for the Mets. Oh my god!
I'm looking at him too.
And he hit a home run.
Jacob, the big fat
Bartolo
Colon. Yeah. Just any picture that's kind of like, you know, funny.
Pudgy.
Randy Johnson.
Johnson was a beast, though. Yeah.
I was a big Johnny Cueto fan.
Me too, actually.
I liked all the weird shit he would do on the mound, where he would like turn his whole body and just like look at second base for like 5 seconds, and then just turn and fire like a fastball down the middle. Just he used to do weird shit to me, those fast pitch guys and shit like that. I was like, dude, he's just a fucking gamer.
I'd say it's either D-Train, CC, or Bartolo for me.
That's a good picks.
Yeah, Steve, to jog your memory, I just sent a picture of D-Train. Also, he's a legend because he took down the Yankees, and they're like that was one of the Marlins teams that took down the Yankees in their like dynasty. So his fire, he was like the ace. So an ace that was pitching like that, taking out like the team that it was him and Beckett.
Mike Lowell was there too, right?
Yeah. I love that squad. Not only did I just love that Marlins, or like, did you know that up until like 2 years ago when they made the playoffs, kind of fluky, they had not made the playoffs without winning this World Series?
No, I had no idea. I didn't even know they made the playoffs 2 years ago.
Or like 3 years ago. And everyone's like, this team sucks, but I guess the only other 2 times they've made it, they've won the World Series. So and they've been a team for like 20-something years now. They have 2 chips, but 3 playoff appearances.
That's fucking wacky.
Yeah,
that's a sick percentage.
It is.
They're also their old like the D Train jerseys when they were orange, like filthy. I just fucking love the Marlins jerseys. I don't love the rebrand. I don't mind it anymore, but I didn't love the rebrand.
Yeah, no. I didn't.
Same with the Rays too.
But I definitely recognize that windup. Like,
yeah.
That's
why I sent it.
I just know the windup.
The D Train windup is classic.
King
Who's
Felix?
Your least favorite pitcher of all time? Felix Hernandez was filthy.
Dude, he was so.
I know who mine is. I'm pretty sure he's not even in the league anymore.
Chris Archer?
No, although I don't like him.
That Rooker guy said bad stuff, or whatever his name was, the Braves pitcher that was like, when I go to New York, I can't even go on the subway because everyone's not white. There was a guy that was awful that did that. I think he's running for politician.
Dude, the Sports Illustrated fucking piece wrote about him.
Yeah. He was on Survivor, so it's Rocker.
Sports Illustrated guy, and like you see somebody that's like driving slow, and he's like, "Watch, they're going to be an Asian or they're going to be a woman."
Wait, Kumar Rocker?
No, not Kumar. That's a new guy. It's John Rocker.
Oh,
yeah. They drive by. It's just like a fucking white guy just driving. Oh well, chances were it was going to be a Asian or a woman. They can't drive.
Dude, you play baseball. Like more than half your teammates aren't white.
Act like he played in the 40s.
Yeah, it's fucking Ty Cobb. The fucking jabroni who had like one good season for the Blue Jays a few years ago. No, Ari Dickey was. I loved Ari Dickey. Knuckleballer, dude.
Not Montgomery.
Fat dude.
Is it Montgomery or is it the Rob guy? Rob Lynn? Oh, is it?
No. He has a weird name, but he like motherfuck you, but he like sucked. He sucked.
You just had one good year where you motherfuck everybody.
I
like motherfucker though.
Is it Robbie Ray?
No. 2023. Blue Jays pitcher 2023. Not Kevin Gossman, not Bassett. Fucking Jesus, I'm gonna see his name and be
Bob
like,
Gardner's fucking wife bought him a bowl for their like wedding gift or something like that.
That's hilarious.
A bowl?
Yeah, he just wants to be
like a weed bowl,
a ranch and shit out there, like Montana or something like that. The dumb shit that I know about baseball.
Fuck, what is this guy's name?
Jordan Romano?
No. Jesus.
Jose Barrios.
Ray Romano?
Maybe it was even our Blue Jays pitcher 2022.
God, I'm looking at the roster. They had Jordan Hicks. Get me out of here.
Oh, yeah. There he is. That's the least favorite one right there.
Yeah, he's killing the Red Sox right now.
I'm going to find this guy.
Are you?
What are you going to do to him?
As soon as I see his name. Oh, Alek Manoah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember being too annoyed, but I do remember what you mean.
I'm surprised it wasn't Chris Archer, the way he was like motherfucking Big Papi. And like,
yeah. But there was rumors of him coming to like the team too at one point, but I don't know. Chris Archer was at least kind of filthy. Yeah, he saw it was nice. One of my favorite pitchers is the dude for he's still in the league, but he was the relief pitcher for the Rays who fought the entire Pittsburgh Pirates bench.
Oh.
A few years back.
Amir Garrett?
Yeah, Amir Garrett. Fucking love that dude.
The guy out at second base.
Dude, the fucking picture of him, it's literally the entirety of the Pirates bullpen around him, and he's just like swinging punches at people. It's fucking wacky. I respect the shit out of that. But yeah.
The second base thing was Jose Ramirez, who's one of the best players in the game. He punched Tim Anderson and knocked him out. And it's funny is Tim Anderson went from like maybe superstar talent to like literally after the punch has been like negative ever since, and it's been 3 years.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, he punched the MVP right out of him, dude.
Yeah, literally.
Like the fucking Draymond Green, Jordan Poole treatment over here.
Basically. It's like what you hear about Jazz Chisholm right now. Like that's what Tim Anderson had. Like he was like, oh, he's big star, big personality, can maybe go to the Yankees and do it big. But nope, he got punched in the face and lost all of his power.
Who's this guy for the fucking Reds right now? Reyes?
Talking about Ellie
De La Cruz.
Yeah. He's one of the.
He's still killing it.
Yeah, he's a superstar.
And his brother O'Neal too, right? And they have another one, don't they?
No, O'Neal Cruz, they're not even brothers. They just look so similar, but he does have a brother.
Wait, which one has the brother then? There's another one who has a brother that's like in the Yankee system or something.
Well, I know
in somebody's system.
No, Ellie does have a brother, but it's just not O'Neal Cruz. They literally look, they're the same build, same sort of player, and it's kind of crazy. They're not brothers.
Might be subtle racism on my part, but I thought 100,000% they were brothers.
Well, you knew they had a brother, and you would assume the one with the last name Cruz would be his brother.
They do look like a lot alike.
Has like the fucking shit all the way unbuttoned. He's got all the fucking chains and shit hanging. I love that.
Yeah. No, O'Neal literally came in. They both just came in the same way too, like massive shortstops with crazy arms. Like I don't blame you at all. Like literally the same build.
That's hilarious. Well, I learned something new today. Yeah, man. Anything else on baseball? I think we're good with that. Let's just do a quick gentleman review and wrap it up. This is a 2-hour-long show. The Gentleman. I watched it. Steve has watched it. Jacob, have you watched it?
Yes, I did.
Let's start down the line. Jacob, what did you think?
I just like the acting cast was amazing. I love freaking Strong. I love
Jeremy Strong.
Yeah, and I love Chris Farrell is such a good Colin.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah, he's such a good role. I love that so much. And Matthew McConaughey. I feel like I've seen a lot of him, but it's definitely a unique role for me that I've seen him in. Like kind of I don't know, like
he's serious.
Yeah, very serious and like very kind of scary. Like he's been serious and stuff, but he's also this is he was like kind of like Walter White, where he's technically root for him in a way, but not a good guy. But yeah, usually when he's serious, it's something like True Detective, where you're fully on his side. It was very unique.
Well, but he's so bizarre in True Detective. It's like yeah. You know, it's like that's a once in a lifetime acting performance, I think.
Yeah.
But he had. We were talking about McConaughey. He went from like this rom-com jacked surfboarder dude with a southern accent to like a serious actor. Like if McConaughey's in something now, I'm very intrigued. Like whether it be his roles in Interstellar, True Detective season 1, The Gentleman. I thought he did a great job. You know, even in his bit role in like The Wolf of Wall Street, I'm like, this guy. Whenever he's on screen, he's like. Ben Simmons. Bill Simmons has an award for his rewatchable show called the Dion Waiters Award, where it's like no matter what, they get like 5 minutes of play time, screen time. They're firing threes, you know, going for like a fucking 20-point game. I think McConaughey fits that role well. Guy Ritchie directs the hell out of an action movie. I'll give him that. Very British. I think the best role in that film is oh my fucking God. I want to call him Paul McCartney, but he's not Paul McCartney. The guy, the reporter guy, but he's a Colin, not Colin. Fuck. But he's another guy who's been in rom-com roles and the goofy role. He's older now. Hugh Grant. Bingo. Look at big brain on Steve. I think Hugh Grant stole the show. I loved him in that. And obviously Charlie Hunnam plays like a straight man, but a really good role nonetheless for him. And Colin Farrell is like, you know, I think Colin Farrell's another guy who's Dion Waiters Award good.
So fucking hard in that fucking movie.
It moves quick. It's a very quick breeze film, and it's good. It's well done, well directed. Steve,
I like the fact that I felt like the entire movie there was something going on. There wasn't a whole lot of. They didn't waste a lot of time building the background of it, but they built the background well. Like they built the base for the movie very well, and I liked how they used Fletcher as a
expository dump.
Yeah, and like he was the voice of the film almost, and like they were like he's telling a story, and that's how we start at the beginning. It's not just just throw you at the beginning. There's a reason why you're almost at the beginning finding out about it. I thought that was a really interesting way to do it. I'm sure it's probably already been done in other films. I just haven't seen them, but.
It's not a serious film, although it covers serious topics, but it's like there's a lot of comedy in there, and I think Hugh Grant brings a lot of it with his dialogue. He's snappy, quick, and then you have like the classically funny things like Hugh Grant has to go to the bathroom, and like you know there's a dead body in a freezer, and then he just walks in the hallway, he just sees two of the goons carrying the body, and he's like, "Do we have a problem here?" And then the guest was like, "Nope."
That's like wash my hands.
Yeah. It's a good film. Good film.
The fuck scene went hard.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That scene went fucking hard.
I was like, yeah, Colin's in his bag.
Good stuff.
He's telling fucking Charlie Hunt, I'm like, yeah, it looks like you got a problem with gravity, huh?
Yeah, good film. Recommend watching it if you want to have a good time. Steve, do you have another recommendation for next podcast where we don't maybe spend 2 hours talking about Kawhi Leonard or Ben Simmons?
To be fair, I mean, you have to talk about Kawhi Leonard that long. It was just wild how long we talked about fucking Ben Simmons for. That was the part that was like...
That's true.
Although we get down that rabbit hole. I did enjoy about the movie that it was you kind of dipped your toes in the dark and you were still dipping your toes in the comedy at the same time. Like there were some dark themes in there. You know, obviously at the end, him telling him, hey, it's a pound of flesh. From where on your body you take it doesn't concern me. And I thought it was very cool that they could touch on both.
Definitely sounds like you'd like weapons. Everything you described about why you like it, it's like never is not interesting, and like the construction of it makes everything you're saying, and also the comedy part. Like there's a comedy sketch writer that is now a horror director.
I like that. I like it when the movie just keeps rolling.
Steve, do you have another recommendation? If not, I have one.
Let's see yours, because I don't think that I should be doing all the recommending because we're gonna end up with Adam Sandler movies.
In a similar vein, to the gentleman in Bruges, starring Colin Farrell. I think we should do that one. Really good film. I've seen it once, but I forget most of it. It's like a fucking wacky black comedy. Really, it's IN, obviously in the city Bruges, which is BRUGGES.
BRUGES. Bruges.
Yeah.
Is that the movie I'm thinking of where he hired a hitman? I never watched it. I just have heard of it, so that's perfect. I heard it was good, so that's great. I think I saw like a clip on Twitter of him talking like a bench with the guy or something, and I was like, oh, that movie, that's a really interesting concept. So I'm excited.
There's a funny scene with a small person who's basically saying that he can't wait for a race war to happen. It's very funny stuff. So yeah, let's see if we can do that one. If not, we might do a hot rod to something else. But I think we should wrap this because we got kickoff here soon, guys.
Yeah. And I gotta get dinner.
Yeah, I'm starving. This has been the Banner Report, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this on your real one, follow us on all our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify podcasts, and Apple Podcasts.
Yelp.
Yelp,
like
yep.
If they're here 2 hours into the fucking podcast, I feel like they've already figured out where to find us. We should probably start that at the beginning.
Listen, our YouTube videos are doing like solid, like single digit numbers. not no more zero views. We're getting up there, and I think the smaller videos are helping. So, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Go C's. Go Pats. Go Sox. Feel better, JTJB. Let's go.
Love you guys.
Bye. All right. That was